What's up, my people? Welcome back to MMA Prophecy. And in this one, we got UFC Fight Night Vegas 33. Uriah Hall versus Strickland. You already know, let's go. First fight on the prelims, we're starting in the men's welterweight division. We've got Uriah versus Philip Rowe. Let's break this fight down. Let's take a look at Philip the Fresh Prince Rowe. 7 wins, only 3 losses. 31 years old. He's a grappler. Prefers the ground fight, but he will stand and bang if he has to. He's got a really good snap 1-2, but his hands drop when he's throwing combos, and I worry about his cardio later in the fight. And he does seem to get caught with a few ground strikes. Whether he's off his back or he's getting up off the ground, he's open for them shots. So I worry about that a little bit. I'm looking at Orion Galaxy Course. 7 wins, no losses, undefeated fighter coming into this one. 27 years old, so it's fairly young. He's also a grappler. Really good wrestling and a strong ground and pound. He's got powerful hands, but he isn't a striker. He needs to improve his BJJ off his back as well. So this is a tricky fight, this one. Hard one to pick. Now, on the ground, submission-wise, BJJ, I'd say Philip Rowe's probably better. But wrestling and pressure and control, ground control, I'd say Orion's probably better. He's probably got a bit more drive as well, a bit more heart. He gets really tired and gets quite sloppy in the fight, but he doesn't necessarily give up. Now Philip Rowe, he's got some decent hands on him, but he's not been fully tested, man. Really tricky fight. But my pick's going to be Orion Cos. I'm going to go with him to get the win in this one. Real tricky fight though. Second fight of the night, we're going to the men's bantamweight division. We've got Trevin Jones versus Ronnie Lawrence. Let's break this one down. Now looking at Trevin 5-star Jones. 13 wins, only 6 losses, 30 years old. He's a striker with some good boxing, and he's got a KO power in his hands to back it up. But he's also got a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, so he's no slouch on the ground either. He's a really good all-round fighter, to be honest. I really do like Trevin Jones. Let's take a look at Ronnie the Heat Lawrence. 7 wins, only 1 loss. 29 years old, so very similar in age. Ronnie's also a striker. He's got really good kickboxing, solid wrestling, and solid ground and pound. He has got submissions, and he's also got good cardio. He likes to throw a spinning kick to the body, and he puts the pressure on any fight that he's in. This is a really good matchup. Kickboxer versus a boxer. Both got the ground game if they need it. I think it's going to be a really close fight. I see Lawrence getting the win if it stays on the feet with his kickboxing. If it does go to the ground, it's going to be pretty even. I'm worried about Jones's BJJ. He's going to be throwing out submissions, but I think Lawrence will be able to take it. And I think it's going to be a ground fight, a stand-up fight. Boxer versus kickboxer. I'm going off all that. I'm going to go for Ronnie Lawrence to get the win. Next fight, we're moving to the women's strawweight division. We got Ashley Yoder versus Jinyu Fry. Let's look at this one. Let's start with Ashley, the Spider Monkey Yoder. 8 wins, 7 losses. 33 years old. So she's starting to get on. Ashley's a grappler, but she does have Muay Thai. She's got decent Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. She's got okay striking, but she's got good heart. She ain't gonna give up, but she's a pretty average fighter. But she's got skill on the ground, to be honest. I will give her that. But yeah, without sounding disrespectful, she's a bit average. Now let's take a look at Jinyu Fry. 10 wins, 6 losses. 36 years old. So she's the older fighter coming into this one. Fry's also a grappler. She will go for the takedown in this fight, pretty sure of it. But she's down to strike if she's got strike. She's not the best striker, but she's got a bit of power in her hands. But she's not got the best cardio. You know, getting on a bit now is just natural. How do I see this fight going? Honestly, I think it's, from what I've seen, people think it's quite close. It's going to be close on paper, but man, I see Yoda winning. I think Yoda's going to win the striking battle. But Fry, she will land. And I think Fry will try and take it to the ground and try and throw in some ground and pound. But Ashley's dangerous, man. She's, like I said, the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu's there. And she's got the Muay Thai on the feet. So yeah, man, it's a bit of a risky one. But I think Yoda could get a submission here. But I'm just going to take Ashley Yoda to get a win. Next fight on the prelims in the men's featherweight division. We've got Danny Chavez versus Kai Kamako. Let's take a look at Danny, the Colombian warrior Chavez. 11 wins, only 4 losses. 34 years old, so he's getting on a little bit. He's a striker. Really fast hands, but he mixes it up well with the kicks. He's got strong leg kicks and powerful strikes. And he's got the grappling too. Not the best, but it's there if he needs it. Now taking a look at Kai, fighting Hawaiian Kamako III. 8 wins, 4 losses. 26 years old, so he's nearly 10 years younger in this one. So that could make a difference. Kamako's also a striker. And as far as I'm aware, he took this fight on short notice. But he's got a really nice body kick, man. He's the younger fighter, he can grapple. But how's the cardio going to be? If he has took this on short notice, which I'm pretty sure he did, you know, the cardio might not be there. The skill's going to be there. But I'm worried about the fitness a little bit. Kamako's currently the favourite, which blows me away. But I'm going to go with Danny Chavez to get a win. Underdog here. And I'm pretty confident with it as well. So yeah, Danny Chavez to get the dub. Next fight, we're in the men's lightweight division. Oh god. We've got Chris Gretzmacher versus Rafa Garcia. I hope I said that right. And let's take a look at Chris Gretzmacher. Well, that's a mouthful. He's got 14 wins, only 4 losses. He's 35 years old, so he's getting on a bit as well. But he's a striker. Not really impressed me, to be honest. He does drop his hand, and he lacks footwork. That he's not got the best submission defense. I'm pretty much just hating on the guy right now, sounds like. But yeah, he didn't really impress me much. So yeah. Let's take a look at Rafa Gifted Garcia. 12 wins, only 1 loss. And that was in his last fight. 26 years old, so he's 9 years younger in this one. He's a grappler, but he does have solid boxing. He's a really tough fighter, fast strikes, and can submit. So he's a pretty all-round fighter, to be honest. Considering he's a grappler, he's really happy to just stand there and down to bang. It's crazy. I think Garcia will win the stand and bang in this one. And I think he'll end up taking Chris down and probably submitting him. Possibly submitting him, I should say. If he doesn't finish him on the feet, I think he'll go for the submission. But yeah, I see Rafa Garcia winning this one probably pretty easily as well. Next fight in the men's featherweight division, we got Colin Anglin versus Melsik Bagdasaryan. Let's take a look at this fight. Starting with Colin Anglin. 8 wins, only 1 defeat. 28 years old. He's a striker, but he can wrestle as well. He likes to put the pressure on, and he has KO power to back his strikes up. And he also mixes up the strikes really well with the punches and kicks. Let's take a look at Melsik Bagdasaryan. The gun. 5 wins, 1 loss. Both these fighters have won their last 5 fights, which is really impressive. Melsik's 29 years old, so these guys are pretty much identical. He's a striker. He's got really powerful hands, and he's got quite a few early finishes in his career, to be honest. Nasty ground and pound, real KO power, but he's also got good takedown defense. Now, when I say he's got some early finishes, I'm talking like 12 seconds, 16 seconds, 23 seconds, like 30 something seconds. This guy's been dropping people in the first round for fun. Really exciting fight. I do like Melsik. How do I think it's going to go? I think Melsik should be able to handle the takedowns. He should be able to snub him. And if he does, I think he's going to win I know he's going to win the fight on the feet. And he'll dominate if it goes to the ground on the ground and pound. Now, if he's on top, he'll dominate. Like I said, ground and pound. But if he gets taken down, It's going to be a bit of a sticky one. But yeah, I'm taking Melsik Bagdasaryan to get the dub. Last fight on the prelims. Oh, it's a big one, ain't it? In the women's bantamweight division, we've got Nico Montano versus Yan Nan Wu. Let's take a look at Nico Montano, man. 4 wins, 3 losses, 32 years old now. She's been missing for a minute. Montano's not fought in 2 years. For those of you that don't know, she was the first ever bantamweight champion. I think it was at bantamweight, or was it strawweight? I can't actually remember now. Damn. Anyway, she was the first champion of the division. And, you know, she just didn't fight for ages. And we all know she pretty much chickened out of a fight against Valentina Shevchenko. Which we don't blame her. Anyway, let's take a look at Nico, see what she's bringing to the table. She's a grappler. Like I said, hasn't fought in 2 years, but she is dangerous on the ground, man. And she's down to strike. We see that in the Roxanne fight. But that doesn't mean she's the best on the feet. her specialty is going to the ground and trying to get the win there. Now let's take a look at Yan Nan Mulan Wu. 11 wins, 4 losses. She has lost her the last 2 fights. She's 25 years old, so still a really young fighter. Yan Nan's a striker, but she's got okay striking, and she really lacks the ground game. She's got good heart, but not the best cardio, I don't think. And to be honest, there's not a lot of fight footage. I struggle to find anything on Yan Nan, apart from her last fight against Angela Hill, I think it was. That's pretty much it. Real tricky fight, man. Montano coming back from 2 years. Yan Nan losing her last 2 fights. Psh, it's a pick'em. But I think Yan Nan, she'll probably win the striking battle. But Nico will get a takedown in this fight. And once she does, man, I see her just dominating. I think she's going to grind out Yan Nan. Cardio's going to go. And I think Montano might possibly get a submission here. Comeback win. What do you reckon? Wow, mad fight. Stay away from it, bet and wise, but yeah. I'm going to go with Nico Montano to get the win. Now we're on to the main card. Starting in the men's welterweight division. We've got Brian Barberena versus Jason Witt. Let's break it down. Starting with Brian Bam Bam Barberena. 15 wins, 7 losses. 32 years old. Barberena's a striker. He's got powerful hands, he's coming to bang. But he does get sloppy because of it. And he can get knocked down in these fights. He's got decent takedown defense and a pretty good chin, to be honest. And the heart to match it. But yeah, he's coming to bang. And he's probably going to get banged in the process, but that don't bother him. Now looking at his opponent, Jason the Vanilla Gorilla Witt. 18 wins, 7 losses. Both these guys had loads of fights, man. Jason's now 34 years old, so he's on the late side of the fighting life. Witt's a grappler. Solid wrestler. He's gonna look for the takedown in this fight. He's an okay striker. He looks for his right hand a bit, but I worry about his chin, man. He's not got the strongest chin. This one. I see Brian should be able to handle the wrestling. And it will land shots. I think he should get the win pretty easily, to be honest. Like I said, Jason's not got the best chin. Brian's a madman. Nickname says it all, Bam Bam. Yeah, I think he could possibly get the TKO here. So I'm going to take Brian Barberena by TKO. If not, Brian to just outright win. Next fight's in the men's flyweight division. We've got Ryan Bennett versus Zurak Adashev. Let's take a look. Taking a look at Ryan Babyface Bennett. 10 wins, 7 losses. Lost his last 2. 31 years old now. Ryan's a striker. He'll put the pressure on in these fights. And he's got really heavy hands. Really good striking, man. But he's also got a nice front leg kick. Oh man, the voice is going there. Yeah, man, really good front leg kick. And he's got a nice body kick as well to go with it. He does look for the right hand at times, but he's got a solid chin and good takedown defense, so he doesn't really care, to be honest. Really good fighter. Now let's take a look at Zurak the Lion Adashev. 3 wins, 3 losses. Lost these last 2 also. 29 years old. Adashev's also a striker. He's got a really nice spin kick to the body, man. So crisp with it. And he puts good combos together. But he leaves himself open when he does. He drops his hands, man. And he's been dropped quite a few times in his career. So he's not learnt his lesson. Then against someone like Ryan Bennett, yo, you don't want to be dropping your hands and getting caught, man. In this one, I think Bennett's going to be the better striker. And he has got more power. He's got also got the better cardio. And the better chin. So you know where I'm going with this one. Ryan Bennett win. But I'm also going to take it by KO. I think he gets it done in this one by knockout. So yep, Ryan Bennett to win. Next fight's in the women's strawweight division. We've got Gloria Di Paula versus Cheyenne Baez. Let's take a look at Glorino Di Paula. Weird nickname. She's got 5 wins, 3 losses, 26 years old. So she's still pretty young, man. Now she's a striker. She's got good fast strikes, man. She really likes the Muay Thai. She's got a nice left high kick. That seems to slip through quite nice. But she needs to improve her ground game. Her ground game is not good. And I do worry about her cardio a bit later in the fight. She's got heart, so she won't give up, but you know, the heart and the body are 2 different things. Like, if your body can't take it no more, it's just going to give up. So yeah, tricky. Let's take a look at Cheyenne, the Warrior Princess Baez. Wait, she's going to have to change that, man. After the performance Diana Belbito put on last week, if Cheyenne Baez ain't topping that, she needs a nickname change. But yeah, Cheyenne, the Warrior Princess Baez. 5 wins, 2 losses. 26 years old. So both of these fighters are super young, man. Now Baez, she's a striker, but she can grapple. But she wants to throw hands. And she's got really fast hands, and she's aggressive with them. She can leave her head open though when she's striking, because she's so aggressive at going forward. She gets caught a little bit, but nothing too crazy. This is a really close matchup. Tough fight to predict, but I think Baez will set the pace and outwork Paula. So I'm going to take Cheyenne Baez to get the win. But it's a really risky one. On to the new co-main event of the evening. In the men's bantamweight division, we've got Kyung Ho Kang versus Rani Yaha. Let's take a look at this. Now looking at Kyung Ho Kang, aka Mr. Perfect. 17 wins, 8 losses. He's on a 3-fight win streak. 33 years old. He's a striker. He's got pretty decent hands. Good takedown defense. He's okay on the ground. So he's a pretty good all-round fighter, to be honest. Not too bad. Let's take a look at Rani Yaha. 27 wins, 10 losses, 1 draw. 36 years old now. So he's getting on a little bit. Yaha's a grappler. And that's it, really. That's pretty much all he is. He only wants to grapple. And it's because he's got amazing BJJ. This guy is ranked like 76 or something in like the world on the ground. Like, he's no joke on the ground. If he gets on the ground, he's probably going to try and finish the fight. Or he's got like a high possibility of finishing any fight. But Kyung Ho Kang, Mr. Perfect, he ain't no slouch, man. He's alright on the ground, he can hold his own, but I don't know about like holding his own against Yaha, sorry. No, it is Yaya, isn't it? Pronounce his name wrong this whole time. Yeah, Yaya. Anywho, how do I see this one going? I think Ho Kang's good enough on the ground to rumble with him. He should be okay. But he's the far superior striker. That by a mile. And every fight starts on the feet, so I'm going to take Kyung Ho Kang. But it's risky, man. If it goes to the ground, it's 50-50. But let's go Kyung. Fight smart and get it done. Kyung Ho Kang to get the win. And the big one. The main fight. In the men's middleweight division. Uriah Hall versus Sean Strickland. Ooh, let's break this one down. Let's take a look at Uriah Primetime Hall. 17 wins, 9 losses. 37 years old. Wow, man. Uriah's on a 4-fight win streak, which he deserves. Like, I'm a really big fan of Uriah Hall. Loved him from the Ultimate Fighter. Pretty sure everyone's seen that spinning kick he done. One of the greatest knockouts ever in UFC history, man. But yeah, like, he was so inconsistent with it. He'd get a win and lose, and then get a win and lose. But he's managed to pick up this 4-fight win streak, so let's go Uriah. What's he going to bring to the table? He's a solid striker. Dangerous kicks. And he's decent with his hands. He carries KO power. But honestly, he's probably got the most dangerous spinning heel kick in UFC. Full stop. Any division. I don't care. This guy's spinning heel kicks deadly. He's not the best grappler. But he has got some good counter strikes. But how's his cardio now? Like, he's never been known to have the most amazing cardio. Now he's 37. So I'm a bit worried about that with Uriah. Let's check out Sean Tarzan Strickland. 23 wins, only 3 losses, 30 years old, so he's in that prime age. Sean's a striker, and he's got really, really solid boxing. But not only that, his boxing defense is just as good. He puts the pressure on his fights, but he can, like, walk backwards and throw the counter strikes as well. But Sean tends to set the pace of the fight. Super tough, strong chin, great cardio. What's not to love about Sean Strickland, man? Guy's an absolute animal. He's a fighter's fighter. Dude's been professional since he was like a teenager. All he knows is fighting. Don't care about no titles and rankings. He cares about epic fights, history, legacy fights. Man, both fighters. Honestly, I really love both fighters. This fight, I've changed my mind a couple times. What a fight it is. I think Hall will have success early, but the pressure from Strickland and the relentless boxing, like, he's not going to tire, he's not going to give up, you ain't going to hurt him unless you put him away, because he has been KO'd by a head kick, funny enough. Yeah. I think Strickland's probably going to get it done. I was thinking earlier that Uriah might do it, you know, he's just something else. Sean tends to drop his hands quite a lot. So Uriah could throw like the 1-2 and then a head kick behind it, and Sean won't see it coming because Sean don't care about blocking really. Oh, I really wish I didn't have to pick this fight, make a prediction. Like I said, I'm going to go with Sean Strickland. But, you know, I'd say to everyone, sprinkle a little something on Uriah Hall KO, because it's always a huge possibility. But if there's no KOs and this fight goes to the judges, Sean Strickland all day. So that's going to be my prediction. For those of you that have made it to the end of the video, I just want to thank you. I really do appreciate it. You guys are the best. Please like and subscribe, because it lets me know that you guys are watching, you enjoy the videos, and you want to see more. What a fight card this is. It's been changed so many times. We've lost 3 fights during the week. Like the headline card, none of the starting fights been pushed to like the main card on the first fight on the main card, sorry. All these fights have been moved up and down and all around. Crazy, so the video was a bit delayed because of that. But finally managed to do it. Like I said, thank you so much for watching the video. Let's enjoy some fights. Let's make some money. Please gamble responsibly. Stay blessed, y'all.